Hello and welcome to Razzmatazz with Rashi. My today's guest is from the city of temples, Bhubaneswar. She later moved to Bangalore to pursue her MBA and then to Mumbai to join the corporate world. There she worked for a few years in a few Fortune 500 MNCs as a product manager. Later, due to some unavoidable circumstances, she had to move back to her hometown where she is currently working as a government employee. She has recently come up with a beautiful book, Five Petals. So let's welcome our today's author, Chinmayee Gayatree Sahu.
Hello everyone, this is Chinmayee Gayatree Sahu and I am participating for the first time in Blog Chatter ebook carnival. I have created a collection of short stories and the title of my ebook is Five Petals. Hope you all enjoy.
Welcome Chinmayee. Your book is doing really great. So tell us something more about your book. What is it all about?
My debut ebook Five Petals is a collection of short stories. It is actually a collection of 5 short stories, hence the name Five Petals. It focuses on tapping into human emotions that are very deep rooted in all of us. I am sure we come across different kind of experiences in our day-to-day lives. These experiences might teach us some very subtle messages or can make us feel different emotions that we go through. But somehow with the grind of life and the rush that we are all in, we miss the point. Hence, my attempt has been to portray these kind of emotions into our perspective by using characters that are very relatable and are very easy to identify with. The emotions that I have tried to bring forth you all is betrayal, morality, love, expectation, and a little bit of suspense and adventure. Well, you can say that being my debut attempt, I was very unsure about what exactly should I pen down. But the world of stories and the world of fiction has always attracted me. Hence, I thought why not? Let me pen down the kind of small stories that even a small child can enjoy and even an adult can identify with. The messages are very beautifully written and portrayed. I'm sure I will be glad to hear from you about my attempt. And I really am thankful to all my fellow bloggers to have supported me, and the way they have guided me is really noteworthy. I'm also thankful to Blog Chatter to have created such kind of platform for people like me who are totally clueless about how to begin with.
That sounds really interesting, and I'm sure people of all ages will love to read all the stories that's in your book. So is there a message that you are trying to convey through this book?
We can say that life is an experience which is different for every individual. Every individual understands life in a varied angle. And somehow we see the happenings that occur in our life from just one angle, that is from our own viewpoint. And in this process, we somehow miss the kind of learning that life wants to teach us. My focus in my book has been to present before you a wider perspective towards life so that we understand the learnings that life wants to teach us in our day-to-day lives. As they say, even small things matter the most, and reading between the lines can make a difference. Hence, if you read my book, you can understand that small characters and small events that occur in our day-to-day lives carry a very big significance if we just consciously try to understand them. I have used short stories because you can say that in today's fast forward life, it is really difficult to have a longer attention span of the readers, and people who are not actually into reading cannot enjoy the book, which has a very long storyline with complex characters and many twists and turns. Hence, you can say that I have used simplicity and relevance as the USP of my book. This being my maiden attempt, I am trying to experiment with different kind of storytelling. I hope that my book resonates with its audience, and I will be glad to get any feedback from my readers and try to deliver better in my next attempt.
That is true, and I agree that stories are the best form of expressing your thoughts. So, what inspires you to write short stories or fiction?
I want to talk about the role of fiction in today's times. Fiction. The first thing that comes into our mind is stories, the world of stories, the magical world of stories that we have grown up since our childhood is all very dear to us. I'm sure you all can relate to it, because what is childhood without stories? Remember the times when we used to run to our grandparents or our parents, for that matter, to listen to a small story before bedtime? Yes. Those kind of magic always remains with us, even though we grow up as an adult and understand that life is to be lived with reality. But can we ever forget the kind of fictional world that we all somehow delve into in our spare time or in our free time? I guess the answer is no. The world of fiction, you can say, is easy to delve into and difficult to understand the perspective that it holds. I can say that the role of fiction is very vital in today's world. It is one of the most easiest and the most difficult form of conveying a message. Easy because the narrator can create his own world, his own fictional characters, can bring in twists and turns as per his own choice. Everything is in his hand. But with that liberty comes a greater power and responsibility. Narration has to be so which influences the readers or the audiences in a positive way and motivates them to do something better in their life, be it through their action or be it through their thought process. Hence, I understand that role of fiction is very vital, and it needs a lot of research and lot of creative ability to tell a good story in a very impactful manner. You can consider today's pandemic situation. There is a small hint of this in my book as well. Now you can question yourself, pandemic is very real. How can it be related to fiction? I guess your question is very right. But if you analyze, this pandemic situation has not happened overnight. It is a result of our action, or you can say of our deliberate action of using up all the resources that is there in our Mother Earth without thinking what will happen to our future generation. We have never thought about sustainable growth and sustainable development, hence the result. I think we can use fiction to create awareness and elevate the thought process of the readers and audience, which can create a better world and better understanding of our life. And I believe that fiction has the power to create long-term memories. If you recall the kind of cinema that you watch, the very impactful social message that comes to you, I'm sure you will go back to some of your favorite movies or favorite television shows or Netflix episodes. So you can say that role of fiction is very vital, and hence it should be used in a very sensible and responsible way.
Very well said, Chinmayee, and it was so lovely to have you on my show. Thank you so much. Stay tuned as I come up with another wonderful author in my next episode. And keep watching Razzmatazz with Rashi.